Welcome to Double Confirm Show, episode 5.
4, no? Oh, yes, you're right. It's episode 5. I completely forgot about episode 4. Wow, we are on episode 5, people.
Thank you for joining us.
That is insane.
I have this whole monologue written up here.
Brilliant.
Thank you for joining us. It is, I think, episode 5. I like it. I couldn't even get through the first 2 lines, and you stopped me. All right, we're coming at you today from a dark, windowless, soundproof box in the heart of sometimes sunny, but always steamy Singapore City.
And I think we got the aircon on today.
Oh, yeah. And we've got a lot in store for you today.
So excited.
Hey, we got a travel report that we never did last time. Oh, what's the deal? Maybe a first-timers. Oh, my God, there's so much.
We've got a surprise as well, apparently.
Oh, and a surprise. Can we fit it all in?
I don't know. I think we could.
Can we fit it all in?
We're going to have to, yeah. I think we're going to have to.
Well,
not like episode 4, dude. We'll make sure we fit it all in.
Let's not talk about the
I don't know.
past.
This might be 30 minutes. It could be an hour.
We're moving. We're looking to the future. We're
Let's
in
see.
the present, looking at the future. Episode 4, I don't even remember it.
So Thomas dropped this magazine in front of me just before the episode. The
Oh, a
Economist.
little light reading. I dropped the... Oh, that's another section. The
May
light reading.
27th. The title of this episode, no, so not the episode, the magazine is Ocean Warning with dead fish on the cover.
Skeletal.
Terrible. And then you open up in the front and it says humans are wrecking the ocean. You think so? What do you think, Thomas?
Oh, man. Can we just get... Maybe we should start light and then get into heavy.
Hey, you're the one who dropped this Economist
I threw
magazine
the
in front of
Economist
me
in front of Merrick.
on a Saturday morning.
Yeah. Fresh off the presses, fresh from my post box, or whatever, mailbox, and I drop it in front of Merrick and I say, here's some light reading.
Just to frustrate me.
Just to get... I like to get your reaction. It's always like, oh, my God.
Well, I had this conversation with somebody on Thursday, yeah? This exact conversation.
Thursday.
And they tell me that they don't believe in global warming.
Oh, my God.
Now, if there's anybody out there who does not believe in global warming, please just send us a message on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter.
Or you could email Merrick
Yeah, and we'll sort
at
you out.
doubleconfirmshow@gmail.com.
I mean, that conversation doesn't deserve to even happen. Like, if you don't believe in that, you should. Sorry, that's just my rant for the morning.
You should just like line them up and shoot them down? Like, what's the deal? Oh, I didn't mean to do it. What's the deal? That's just a habit. I'm sorry.
So we're going to talk a bit about travel.
Yeah.
We're going to do what's the deal.
I got the whole list here. So,
Sweet.
First up, we have Merrick's travel report from Barcelona and London, and maybe from somewhere else too. Who knows? Surprise us.
Bangkok.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was a long trip, eh?
It depends how much time you want to talk about.
It'll be
that.
quick. It won't be like your jigging experiment.
My jig was great. All right, with that great intro, I'm going to hand the mic over to the one and only Mr. Merrick D. What's shaking, sir?
Thank you, Thomas.
There it is.
So when was it? It was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Barcelona? Spain?
Yeah, no, it's Spain. You mean Barcelona? Habla español? No, I've never been
Sí.
there. No,
Hola.
not yet.
Gracias.
I've only been to Valencia.
That's nice.
It's like the armpit of Spain. Sorry.
That's Catalan, I think.
Sí,
Valencia. Did you not learn Spanish in the US?
No, you learned Spanish.
You learned Spanish. So you can't speak it.
You know the lisp, why they lisp? You know the whole story behind it, right?
No.
We're
What
getting
did I
into
learn?
history. That was so quick. I don't remember the name, but apparently there was some king way back in the day who had a lisp.
No.
So he spoke with a lisp. And so everyone had to start speaking like a lisp, otherwise it was odd, and he felt weird. And
No way.
And so that style of speaking was from that region, from a king that ruled that area
You're joking.
centuries ago.
We're going to have to double confirm this.
I'm not joking, but we're here to double confirm it. The name of the show is Double Confirm Show, and I'm coming from you,
Okay.
and Merrick's coming from you.
I actually believe that. We'll take that one down. I
is
think
true.
you're right. Anyway, the city is amazing.
Beautiful.
It's the bomb. And it's just getting better every year.
Yes.
There's a big tech scene coming up at the moment.
Oh, really?
The
IT?
food's amazing.
Love it. Food is really good.
The
A little
people
bit I
are
was
so
in there.
friendly. Everyone's really beautiful.
¿Cómo está?
They go to the
¿Qué
beach
tal?
all day. They hang out all day.
Siesta.
But see, that's the thing. The Catalans,
Fiesta.
because they're technically Spanish, but they don't want to be Spanish. And they don't do the siesta thing. They work really hard. The Catalans actually, I heard that Catalans deliver over 23% of the GDP of Spain.
Good.
In that little province.
That's why.
And that's why they want, exactly.
And be rich and
Exactly.
do their thing.
They don't want to pay the taxes to Spain. They're constantly complaining about it. They want to be independent.
That's interesting.
I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it's because they work hard. They really
awesome.
push through. Are you struggling with the aircon?
No, I'm good so far. I'm holding a cold bottle of water in my hands
I'm hoping this thing is
and
on.
against my forehead. We're in steamy Singapore. Did I mention that yet already? Steamy. Anyway,
So Maytime in Spain is beautiful. Pre-summer, the jackets are coming off.
pre-summer. You mean spring?
Yes.
I love it. We should create new seasons of the year.
Pre-summer.
Between spring and summer, there's a pre-summer, followed by right before the post-spring.
Everyone's super excited. They're ready for summer. They're getting ready for summer.
I'm excited. For summer.
Yeah, it was really, really good. It was very, very short trip. It was 4 days, quick in and out.
Speak in the mic.
I need to speak in the mic.
Well, you're turning
Have you
away
got
from
me?
it.
Sorry.
And throw on my.
I was thinking in the distance about how amazing that city is. So it was 4 days. And then I went to London.
What brought you to Barcelona, if I don't mind, if it's not too personal a question?
It is a bit personal, but I'm actually buying a place in Barcelona.
We could take it offline and talk about that. I want to know about
I'm very excited.
The nitty-gritty.
So the first time I ever went to Barcelona was in 1998.
Good year.
Crazy. How long ago was that? Yeah, and I did fall in love with that city in '98, and I was only there for a little while, but I was like, "This is awesome."
Well, it doesn't surprise me. Spain's lovely.
Oh, it's great.
The little bit I've been there, it's like,
Oh, it's amazing. And then
wonderful.
I went back. I mean, I've been back a few times for business and stuff, but I went back 3 years ago for a festival called Sonar Music Festival.
Sonar.
Have you ever heard of it?
no.
It's one of the greatest music festivals in the world, actually. It's been going on for, I think, something like 15 years. We need to double confirm that.
Double confirm it.
And it takes over the whole city. So it's an electronic music festival, but then they've got a tech angle to it, and
Right.
there's a lot of startups and experimentation and music, innovative sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Best DJs in the world.
I want to go. When is it? In summer?
It's in June. It's June, I think, 15th this year.
That's like
3-4 days. Yeah.
3-4 days.
Pre-summer.
in June. I
And it
want to
just
go.
takes over the whole city. And they've got events. So they've got a main sort of area where they do the main event, and then off the main sort of venue, they've got all these side parties and these after parties
Wow.
in monasteries in up in the mountains. It's crazy. It's absolutely
I love
crazy.
it.
It's brilliant. And then you can
And you've gone to it, apparently.
yes, with a couple of mates,
At least
and
once.
it was a lot of fun. And I fell in love with the city again. So I was like, I need to do something here.
I'm falling in love
And
with
then you do the numbers and you look at the calculations. I've already made my money back on the euro exchange rate. The euro's gone through the roof.
Yes.
So it's like
really been strong.
5-6%. I leveraged myself to the hilt from Singapore dollars to euros.
When did you do that? Was it like a year ago?
That was
time frame roughly.
It was so I was thinking about it 3 years ago. What was it, 2015? No, 2 years ago.
So 2 years ago was when you did the money.
And the money transfer happened in November last year into euros.
Good for you.
Very good.
Good for you, money man.
And I got interest rate at 2.25% fixed for 25 years.
Well, that's good, right?
Locked. Oh, it's fantastic. So it's...
Dude, okay, well, we're going to take that one offline. I want to know the nitty-gritty details on that one.
Anyway, not to bore anyone on finance.
No, I love it.
But it was a good investment. It's just a good investment.
Sweet. And at some point, we're going to be doing shows from Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Sorry, see? I forgot my Catalan. I went to high school. I learned Catalan.
Really?
No. Spanish. But with I was just faking this, the Catalan. But anyway.
And there was London for a week.
London.
Yeah. London, I was expecting grey, steamy London. It was sunny.
Oh.
And London, when it's sunny...
It's beautiful.
It's awesome.
I have experienced that.
It's really nice. So everyone was out in the pubs, having a few drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were actually literally lying on the sidewalks, taking in the sun.
Yeah, pasty
That's how
face,
desperate they are for
limeys,
sunshine.
poor bastards. No vitamin D in that country.
No vitamin D. Literally sitting on the sidewalks, just trying to get as much
Are
sun.
they
as they
lying
can.
on the sidewalks too?
Basically,
whatever space they have.
anything they could get.
That's great.
No, it was awesome. Met some good mates. Had a bit of work.
Cool.
I don't know. I mean, I would never move back there.
No.
I would never move back to
No,
London.
you've been there. Done
No
that.
offense to all our London listeners, but I'm
Big-
sorry,
big
man.
fans out there.
It's not my thing, eh?
It's not your cup of tea.
Everyone's stressed.
Yeah.
So even though the sun was out,
Yeah.
everyone walks on the sidewalk very quickly.
Yeah.
You got to get out of the way.
Gotta get my son.
You know, the cyclist is swearing at the lorry driver. You know, it's just
And
a
who's the
lot of-
lorry driver swearing at? I mean, it's the next.
Yeah, it's true, man. It's painful. So I don't
Yeah,
know. There's a weird
whatever.
vibe there. Even though it was beautiful with the summer and stuff, I don't know. I think economically everyone's a bit stressed.
With the Brexit and everyone doesn't know what the future holds, etc.
And it's expensive, man. Living in that city
True
is
that.
expensive.
How's it compared to New York? Quick aside. Boom.
So the thing with New York is everyone is super. I mean, you're from New York, you can tell.
I've spent a
but
lot
this
of
is
time
my
there.
external viewpoint. Yeah, is everyone is still on the same pace,
Yeah.
but they're friendlier.
Yeah.
You know, yes,
Yeah.
get out of my fucking way. Don't, excuse me. It's a swear word.
Explicit rating. That was good. How far? We've got almost 12 minutes before that happened. Anyway.
Yeah, it's like still get out of my way, but
Yeah.
you know they'll be friendly about it. They'll be
Yeah.
like, you know, but where you from? Get out of
Yeah.
my way. But where,
Yeah,
where,
yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah.
from? You
Yeah.
know, what's happening?
Yeah.
You know, can you help me with my deal? You know, there's always a deal to be made in New York. I don't know. London is just like nobody wants to talk to you. Everyone's like, you know, it's a bit more insular. I
Yeah.
find.
Yeah. It's
I don't know. What do you
English thing.
think?
Oh, of London?
No, the New York-London comparison. So New York versus...
Oh, clearly New York is better. It's better. And I mean, London is lovely, but there's too many English people there.
Agreed.
That's the problem.
Agreed.
But slowly their numbers, actually not that slowly, their numbers are dwindling. The ratios are shifting, and it'll become something else. I'm not going to even try to guess what that will be.
You mean the whole of London or the whole of UK?
London. Yeah, I mean, it's got to... Anyway.
What's it going to become? I'm confused.
I don't know, man. I don't want to say anything.
Oh, a melting pot of
Melting
globalization.
Pots. I love the word melting pot. but New York, of course, I have a bias. I lived in New York for about 12 years before I ended up in the steamy city of Singapore. I mean, I had great times, bad times, but I love New York. And but yeah, London, it's like, I mean, there's a lot of similarities. Big city, a lot of rushing, whatever, a lot of business, a lot of things can happen there. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of everything, good, bad, ugly. It's all there.
Yeah.
But yeah, the overall vibe, you can still have a certain rough friendliness to New York, whereas London, it's just like piss off. Piss off, you foreigner. I know I should say that, but I am being biased by one episode that I had in New York. Sorry, in London.
You're gonna have to tell us
long
that
time
episode.
ago.
Come
On the metros. Is it
Subway.
metro there?
Subway.
Underground.
No, the tube.
The fucking tube. I know I'm doing it. Oh, explicit rating. That was double confirmed. Yeah, it's like contagious. It's contagious. Should we jump into that? A random story?
I want to hear it, dude.
Okay.
What happened to you in the tube?
I got to pull it out of my brain. Long time ago. Long time ago. It's similar to that year when I worked in New Zealand. Yeah, I worked in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I also spent a chunk of time. I had a work visa for London.
Mm-hmm.
This is just out of university, early on. And I had been there, I don't know, 3-4 months at this point. And I was on the tube. I think I was like heading home. And
I hate the tube, man. It's horrible.
And
it's
the
worst of London.
And it was that red line, which has a smaller. What the hell is the name of
smaller
that?
tube.
Yeah, it's smaller.
It's terrible.
It's really compact. What the heck is the name of that one? The
red
green
line.
one is the district line. I know that.
Wow, the red line.
The red one.
Kensington? No.
No, man, we're making shit up. Anyway,
the red line.
that's not important. I'm on the damn thing, but it's the smaller one. And there's like an older, typical English looking. I'm trying to remember. like businessy, little suit or whatever. I don't know.
Finance guy?
Finance, but older, gray hair.
Yeah.
And I don't know how it started, but we started chatting. And he detected my American accent, which was fine.
Okay.
English, they liked American.
And this was after work? So
this is like later, yeah.
He was a bit ruffled.
I think he had like a 3 martini lunch, one of those deals.
Okay.
But maybe I'm making excuses for his boorish behavior because I'm such a nice and kind-hearted individual.
Boorish is a very English word.
Boorish. So. Yeah, I know. I'm tapping into it. Anyway, and what did he say? Oh, this is going to be this is like racist, in fact. So he's like, so you're American. That's great. Oh, that's great. And like, but what's your background? Like your ethnicity? Like where you're?
Oh, like where you from?
Yeah, like your background.
I know.
Right?
And don't you love it? They'll go like, no, but where are you from? It's like, I'm from the US.
Yeah.
No, but where are you from?
Yeah, that's what I don't like about those English people. They're always, and like, that's a really personal question. I'm like, who the fuck are you? Where am I from? I swore again. Yeah.
And did you say, I'm from the US?
From? Yeah. Where are you from? Are you from Stonehenge? Like what, asshole? I'm reliving that moment.
Okay, and what happened?
I'm working through it, man.
And what happened?
So I tell him, I said I'm Italian. I'm mostly Italian background.
Oh, you broke. You told him.
Well, I was young.
Okay.
I was young and innocent and naive, a lad of only, 23, 22 years old. Innocent.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're having a friendly conversation. Yeah. It wasn't like he just turned to me and say, hey, who are you? Where are you from? And like we had been talking for 10 minutes or whatever. Yeah. Nowadays, I'd have a very different response to the whole event. And I said, mostly Italian and a quarter Irish. And when I said Irish, he was like, oh. He's like, well, the Italian, that's good. That's fine. But the Irish, you can never get rid of that. Something like that. Like that's in you. That's nothing you can do about that. And I was like, you motherfucker. No, I don't want to swear again, but I swear to God, that's it. And I was like, and then I realized what happened, and I was like, what a fucking bastard.
I like moments like those because that's when you can really, you could say anything at that point. He's given you absolute green card to say anything back to him. You could say, well, your penis is small or something like that.
Wow, you're good at those comebacks.
You could say anything, dude. You could say,
your hands are small, Mr. Trump.
You could say anything, dude.
Yeah, you could.
So what did you say?
I was honestly
shocked.
I was kind of I was sort of taken aback.
Painful.
And I just sort of like lost my bearings and the conversation just sort of fizzled right there.
Yeah.
And because I didn't want, I'm the sort of person too. Like if I identify someone as a true dyed-in-the-wool asshole, I don't have even a moment's. I don't have another moment to spend with you, to think about you, to even look at your ugly, pale, crooked, jagged ass, toothed, snaggle tooth,
Martini swigging.
Yeah. Borderline alky. Am I being clear on this point?
And sorry, guys, we are not making any generalization on the UK in general.
I just did.
Just to caveat this with an asterisk.
Yeah, I'm just, they could take the piss. I'm just having fun too.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're just having fun here.
You got good beer though.
Yeah, that's true.
And they got good music.
Oh, yes.
Yes, very good music.
So we can.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go ahead. So, okay, Barcelona, Catalan, London, and then I was doing a rant. I hadn't unintentional. I haven't thought about that in years.
And then Bangkok. Bangkok was nice. Bangkok was steamy. You think Singapore's steamy?
I do.
Bangkok in May is ridiculous.
It's hot.
And the traffic's gotten bad, man.
It's always bad. It's just getting worse.
It's getting really, really... Because they used to have scooters, a lot more scooters.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing in Vietnam. And with scooters, you could, put 4 scooters in the same surface area of a single car.
Space. And they don't lock it up.
Oh,
gridlock.
Man. No, it's just cars everywhere. And it is literally gridlock.
Yeah.
Rush hour, you can't move.
Bangkok traffic. Yeah, apparently a couple years ago, there was something by the government that helped I don't know if they subsidized automobile ownership, something that made it easy, made it very easy to buy cars, and that precipitated a huge explosion of car ownership, like in Bangkok, which really locked it up. This happened a few years ago.
But it's happened literally over a period of years, like literally maybe 1 to 2 years.
Yeah.
Because it was not this bad, man.
Totally. And everyone ditched their little zippy mopeds and got a car. And now they just sit in traffic.
Sit in traffic all day. I tried to take an Uber there, literally maybe 2-3 kilometers. It took me 20 minutes for the Uber to find me.
Yes.
And then literally another 20 minutes to I could have walked half the time.
Yeah. Do they have Uber mopeds?
They
scooters?
do, but I'm not that adventurous.
Fair enough. Have you been on moped scooters in Bangkok?
Where did I go? In Jakarta, I've been on a...
Because I've done that a bunch.
Yeah?
It's not that bad.
Is it Uber? Or
no, I didn't do
Gojek?
Uber.
Gojek.
I just walked right to just get the moped guy right on the side of the road.
And they got little jackets.
Yeah, they got the little orange jackets, a little number. They're usually congregated around the BT. What the heck are those called there? The subways there.
Subway, yeah.
BTS?
Yeah.
BTS.
I think it's something
something like that.
Yeah. And they just pick you up and they're quick.
Yeah, they're there. It's like you give them whatever.
It's not a death wish?
No.
Really?
Well, once or twice was a bit scary, but sure.
And just to provide context, guys, these guys are people on motorbikes who will literally put you on the back for a few Thai baht and take you wherever you want.
Yeah,
and
like 10, 20 baht, depending on where
and
you
they
go.
weave through the traffic.
Weave through it, and then you cut through all that nonsense and mayhem. Sure, you take your life in your own hands. But hey, you're in Thailand. You're in Bangkok. You know.
You take your life in your own hands
Land
anyway.
of smiles. It's a dangerous place. Okay? Be careful.
It's a great city, though. The food's excellent.
Yeah, if you like
I
MSG.
Like it. You lived there for a while.
Yeah.
What was it, 9 months?
I don't know. It's all blur.
You speak a bit of Thai.
I was trying to learn Thai. Pasa Thai.
So throw us a few words, Thomas. Sawadee ka.
I know, sawadee ka. So that's the women say sawadee ka. Sawadee ka, kap kun kap. Pom put pasa Thai.
What does that mean?
I speak Thai.
We're butchering the Thai language.
Yeah, but you have to speak like that. It's all tonal. Anyway, I gave up. Now I'm focusing back on Italiano.
Really?
No tones. Yeah.
Really? A bit of Latin.
Yeah, stick with the Latin-based stuff.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not Einstein. I can't pick up that complicated tonal, completely different world, moon languages. I can't pick that up.
But Mandarin's also tonal.
Moon language. I apologize.
Just joking.
Just kidding, la.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
Nice.
Cool, man. So, good job.
Good job.
Good job on the travel report. I'm very excited about that.
So we do have what's the deal?
Yeah.
I've got one here which we discussed before. I'm not sure if you've got another one.
I got so much stuff here. It's like I have a smorgasbord of material, and I have to just decide what. There's one thing I do want to ask about because it's very Singapore oriented, and I thought we should,
definitely bring it back home.
Homage to the lovely steamy city that we're in the center of.
The little red dot.
Their little red dot. All right, this week on Instagram feed, on your feed, I saw that founding member acceptance letter.
Oh.
For the club 1880.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, can you talk about it? Is this super high security? Am I going to be assassinated for even mentioning it?
If I'm allowed to speak about it.
Is it okay? Has it been launched?
Not officially. So members clubs in Singapore, members clubs in general have really struggled in Asia.
Yeah.
They've either been it's essentially an English tradition.
Yeah.
Members clubs, and it used to be male dominated. Yeah. So they used to be very stuffy. You'd go into the countryside, I don't know, shoot ducks and
quail.
Shoot quail or whatever.
Shoot
exactly.
Anything that's moving practically.
And the UK started this new. It basically. Have you heard of Soho House?
Yes.
It's
global. They're all over the place in New
Yeah.
York and London. Yeah. Clubs.
So started by two English gentlemen who decided to modernize the members club.
Yeah.
And it was a massive success, huge success. You're right. Now they've got clubs all over the world.
Yeah.
Haven't come to Asia yet. I think it's very difficult to get that business model right. Getting the income streams correct, getting the balance right, curating, the members, etc. And there've been a few attempts in Singapore in trying to open up members clubs, but never very successfully.
Yeah.
And I was very lucky to be introduced to one of the gentlemen who's starting this club in Singapore.
Yeah.
And I was a bit skeptical at, I thought really, we've only got 5 million people in Singapore, yeah?
Yes.
And then if you start to narrow it down as to how many people may be interested in something like that, it's a very finite number of people.
Yeah.
So you need to get that balance right. And they showed me one, I've met the team. They've got a fantastic team. A lot of them have been involved in hospitality and the industry in Singapore, so they get the industry. And then they showed me the concept, and it's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Really?
So it's a combination of, it's a little bit like Soho House. So they've got. Did you just fart, Thomas?
You bastard! I'm opening up a bottle of L'Acqua Minerale. It's
if you heard that
Frizzante,
sparkling mineral water.
Sparkling mineral water. I was trying to open it up quietly. Dude, trying to call me out. You're like my lovely wife Pauline, trying to get me in trouble.
In the black box, Thomas just farted.
Right, that's called a Dutch oven.
Jesus,
but that's not what happened, man.
Jesus,
dude, Club 1880s.
Yeah.
Whatever you could say. I don't want you to get in trouble.
No, not at all. We can talk about it. In fact, no. There's no NDA. And in fact, I think slowly but surely they'll be looking for more people, but. Great concept. They've got everything from restaurant, bar, co-working space, in a great location in Robertson Quay. So, and a really big space and a great team. So I just thought, let's
check it out.
Why not?
Sure.
It was a good deal for obviously they have to meet you, they have to understand what you do, and we hit it off. So I'm quite excited. I think they're due to open in June.
Soon, very soon.
So very soon, and we'll see. You're obviously invited.
Oh wow, okay, because I would be a great founding member.
And lovely Pauline are invited, so we can bring in guests. Oh, I'd love to have her there. Yeah. No, not really.
I'm just making noises. Ignore that. It means nothing.
And then let's see how it goes.
I want to be a founding member.
Yeah,
I want to be a charter member.
Perfect.
I'll do whatever.
I think you'd be brilliant.
I want to be the MC at their events.
Definitely. I think your skill set would be highly valued.
Yeah, thank you. That's very kind.
Definitely.
I feel good now.
Let me have a word with them. And this is now all caught on camera. Not on camera, on microphone.
The audio camera, we call it.
Yeah, cool. And he actually commented on our Instagram.
That's what
so one of the founders commented on our Instagram feed.
Well, he's already a number one fan as far as I'm concerned.
He thinks it's hilarious.
I'm a number one fan of him. Is what I meant. I should be clear. Anyone who's listening, our 2 or 3 members of the audience, thank you.
It's great. I like getting messages like that. Yeah.
Well, who wouldn't?
It's awesome. It's really
that your message is getting out there to the people.
Yeah.
Right? Whatever that message might be. It might be a message of joy. Right? It might be a message of giddiness.
Message of rantiness.
Message of rant. That's the next phase.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man.
No, it'll be interesting. It should be good. It'll be good for Singapore as well, I think.
Yeah, well, I wish Club 1880 the best of luck. I know it's, like you said, it's not the easiest market to be in.
No.
But, Soho House, they're long in the tooth. What the heck with them?
Yeah, they're getting
when we were in New York, remember Norwood House I was telling you about, which is a relatively new, up-and-coming kind of club.
Yeah.
One's in New York called Norwood. In fact, it might only be, that's the first one. Mm-hmm. And a friend of mine is a member there, so I went in a couple times.
It looked beautiful.
Did you get in there?
No, you showed the photos.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Did we? I forget what I did.
It looked amazing.
Yeah, it's nice. And I met the owner. I was in there, really cool fellow, having a great time chatting with him. It was a middle, we weren't drinking or anything. Yeah. Friday afternoon, having a coffee. Good times.
Not stuffy, not like
anti-stuffy.
Yeah,
anti-stuffy. Because
yeah, getting that balance right.
But they were focusing really on like creatives. So there's a lot of all sorts of whatever creatives.
Yeah, and that's actually funny. That's how Soho House started. They were focusing on the creative industry, but something happened along the line.
Did it become more like?
I think it commercialized itself. It just became very commercial.
Who knows? We could spend an hour speculating about it.
I know,
but we're not gonna.
If anybody from Soho House wants to reach out to us and tell us what's going on, it'd be great to hear.
Yeah, when we post this episode, we will notify them. We'll at them.
Soho House.
We'll at Soho House. We'll at Norwood.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
1880 and see what happens.
Yeah,
because they're all competitors.
Yeah. And I say let the best club win. But really, different people prefer a different vibe, different feel.
Agreed.
So it's something for everyone.
Agreed.
If they're all different, distinct, then they could all have a place in the sun.
Agreed.
There you go.
Mean, the one in Shoreditch is amazing. The club in Shoreditch for the Soho House is amazing. But the one in West Hollywood is just so uptight.
Yo, man.
Very snooty.
You know all the clubs.
Yeah, it's just a very different vibe. Different vibe. Yeah, it was weird.
I have no idea. A lot of drugs?
No, it was just like, look at me.
Oh, that's L.A. That's part of the city of Hollywood and Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yes. Sorry, my Espanol kicks in. I can hardly recognize when
Inglés.
Inglés.
This is pretty bad, actually.
We're just messing around.
For our Spanish listeners, we are just messing around.
We're just messing around. Come on. So that's cool.
Yeah.
And
cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's good for Singapore.
Excellent.
Yeah. So right. we had a what's the deal that you brought up, and I don't know the exact details, but you wanted to.
Did I bring it up?
Yeah, it was last week.
Oh God, what was it?
It was something with Tim Cook and Siri.
Oh, that's right.
What was that all about?
You have a very good memory, in spite of your high consumption of alcohol. The memory is still intact, but don't test it, man. There are limits. Anyway.
You're right.
You got water over
I got
there?
water. I'm good.
Hydrate. All right. Okay, yeah, you're right. I have it in my notes. I have a long list of notes.
I want to hear this,
Item number 4.
I've been thinking about it for like weeks.
You've been thinking about it for weeks?
I've been like, what is
just last weekend.
What is this rant going to be about?
Okay, this is a funny thing.
It could be anything.
It could be, it's Apple-centric, which I know Merrick is a big fan of hating Apple, beating on them.
I've had a few rants.
And you're not a hater.
Because it used to be really good.
Used to be superb.
And I'm saying this I've got an iPhone and a MacBook.
Yeah.
I mean,
kicked around here somewhere. Yeah, and I'm looking at an iPhone right now.
He's got a MacBook in front of you.
There's a goddamn MacBook we're recording to. Tim Cook should send us some stuff.
I completely agree.
We could promote Apple.
Depends what we're about to say, though.
Like they need our promotion. Anyway, my personal. Wait, where is it? My what's the deal?
I want to hear this.
That's what it is. I wrote into myself. Hashtag what's the deal? And I didn't really. It's not a question form. Let me read through my notes here. Please, Apple and Tim Cook, give us the option, here it is, to turn off Siri's quote-unquote humor. I don't know if you ever use Siri. Do you use Siri?
No.
All right, well, then you don't have to deal with this. But I occasionally, I use Siri.
Siri attempts to crack jokes?
It attempts to crack jokes.
Oh, no.
There's a humor, I won't say algorithm or equation. There's a humor component to the AI. It's not really AI.
So give me an example of, is it really bad?
All right, check it out. All right. Bad? So like some people, maybe if you use the Siri, you use it for simple things, like set a timer. Okay. Let's say you're boiling something.
Or search for something.
Or search. I usually use it for really basic stuff. Most often be a timer. It's like I'm boiling an egg. Wow. So simple. Back in the day, you had an egg timer, a little like hourglass. So simple. No batteries needed. Didn't break down. The screen didn't crack. It was great. But so I go, all you have to do is say, hey, Siri, and then Siri's activated. And then my phone just got activated. Luckily, the sound's turned off. And it's saying, I'm not sure I understand. Exactly, Siri. Let's move on. So you say that 2 words, which I'm not going to say again.
Yeah.
And then you give it a command, simple commands like, set timer for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Right? It'll respond with some pithy, humorous, quote unquote, humorous expression like, timer set. A watched iPhone never boils.
Oh, no.
Or, I love a good countdown.
Oh, no.
And there's maybe 3 or 4 or 5, and they just rotate over and over and over. And maybe, sure, the first time, oh, that's kind of cute. Second, third time, oh, okay. And then by the 20th time, you heard that a watched iPhone never boils. And then what's the other one? I love a good countdown?
Oh, no.
That's not even funny.
Oh, no. And this is humor in English. Imagine if they're doing this in like Mandarin or something.
Or Afrikaans.
How bad they must get it. Can you imagine? I mean, they could be like swearing at people in China right now and they have no idea. They could be saying shit that's so inappropriate.
You would think they'd hire a few native Chinese speakers to check out the...
Do you think they hired some native English speakers with those jokes? No.
That's a really good question.
I don't think so, dude.
I assume they did.
I'm not so sure, man.
Well, at least hire a comedian.
Oh, it's bad.
Right?
It's so bad.
Hire a damn comedian, a team of comedians. They probably just had some really,
And what if you ask Siri to tell you a joke? Have you ever tried that? Should we try that?
Oh, should we try it right now?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, let me turn this thing on. This is going to be unscripted. Well, most of the show is. Okay, check it out. Hey, Siri. Tell us a joke.
Let me think. Nope, can't think of one.
Are you fucking kidding me? Wait a second.
No, did she just say she can't think of one?
Siri, I thought you were funny. Ish.
I don't know what you mean by Siri, I thought you were funny.
This is all messed
How
up.
about a web search for it?
No web search. No. Forget about it.
She lost her sense of humor. She lost her sense of humor because we were joking about her humor.
Oh, it's listening to me.
It is.
All these devices are listening to us all the time. Freaking out now.
Damn it.
I'm totally freaked out.
And is she always a female?
Well, I set it for female. You could set it for male, female. You haven't looked at your iPhone at all.
I was about to say she's being very bitchy right now.
And I try to use different voices. I go to Australian voice and then South African
Afrikaans.
English, Afrikaans accent. Yeah, for our
That's
Afrikaans
so
listeners
funny.
out there. Do we have any Afrikaans listeners? Yes.
I'm not sure. We should check.
Well,
Probably
can
one
you
or
find
two.
Somebody? Can you find somebody? Anyway, my point is, you can't turn off the humor function in the Siri component, whatever, the Siri thing. And, I actually checked because I checked. I'm like online doing my Google search saying, how do you turn off the humor in Siri? And there's a lot of people out there who've been bitching about the same problem. And there's there's threads, conversation threads. There's apparently no way to turn off the humor.
No.
Quote unquote humor.
So what's the deal with Siri humor?
Well, I even read through some of the threads, and you get a few, can I say morons, who are like, oh, you guys should have more of a sense of humor. It's just trying to be funny. And it's like, what? Why do you even say anything? After you've heard the same joke, I mean, even if it was a friend of yours that told you the same joke for 20 times, you'd say, all right, I got that. I got it.
Let's move on. We need some fresh material.
And they do updates, right? They do software patches,
Yeah.
but there's no humor update. The humor's not been updated, man, since the first time I tried it. And that's my what's the deal. Tim Cook,
That is hilarious.
help us.
That is hilarious. Have you tried Google's voice search or voice AI?
you mean,
thing?
okay, Google?
Yeah.
I used it when Chrome had it in the
Okay.
browser built in.
Okay.
But they took it out, didn't they?
Apparently it's really good. I've got no idea. I've never used it, but apparently, and again, all these things are learning. They're just getting stronger
Yes.
and better.
Yes, to take
Yeah.
over the world.
Soon they will take over the world.
Is that going to happen? The singularity?
What do you think? I'm not so sure that would happen.
I don't mind. I don't mind if they take over the world.
Yeah, we'll be long gone. by
Oh, you got the Economist there. What's ocean warning?
Oh, no.
Look at their skeletal fish swimming in the oceans. Imagine that. That's a real picture.
then. That's the shit we need to be dealing with.
Yeah.
AI can sort out our emails.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the Siri humor thing is not the biggest crisis in the world right now. There's a lot of heavy stuff happening, but you think it's an easy little. You could turn off other things. You could go to airplane mode. Boop. How about just go from non-humor mode? Boop. That's all. Make our lives It's so easy.
Oh, brilliant.
Get those software engineers on
That
it.
was a good one. I enjoyed
Short
that.
and sweet, man. After my squid jigging monologue soliloquy last week.
Punchy.
Anyway, that's what I got to offer.
That was brilliant.
What do you got to say for yourself?
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Thomas.
Thank
for
you.
that insight.
Thank you.
We'll write to Tim Cook, and we'll complain.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just the touch bar on your new Mac that was a problem, but clearly there's bigger issues
Touch bar.
which are happening
I don't
at the
care.
moment.
Just,
A
that's
touch
it.
bar.
A lot of people don't like it.
I mean, really, and no USB ports. I mean, come on, dude.
Well, we can't make this whole Apple.
Yeah, we need to move
can
on.
we?
Let's move on.
Save it for another one.
Let's move on.
Because the Siri one, I think it's the easiest one to fix.
A patch.
A patch.
Human patch.
A switch.
You know, maybe just hire, I don't know, like Louie CK.
There you go.
He fits with your brand. No? Like, it's not a Dave Chappelle thing. Oh, that would be great if you had, like, you could pick between a Dave
Different
Chappelle
humors?
humor and a Louie CK humor.
Yeah.
That would be, and
That's a good
that
idea,
is a
actually.
piece of functionality. You know?
Yeah, Tim Cook, listen up, man. We got
Yeah.
the ideas here.
Get like 3 or 4 comedians, you know,
Right.
rotate. You get like Homer Simpson.
Sure.
That would be a good humor patch.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You could change voices. Why not change style humor?
Brilliant.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
Afrikaans.
who's the Dave Chappelle guy, the crack addict?
Oh, my God. You love talking about him.
Tyrone Bigham's patch.
Tyrone Biggins patch. Yeah, you know what? They would probably get in a lot of trouble, though.
That would be brilliant.
That'd be like
now
a
we're
lot of
talking.
people would be offended.
Really? But you can
Sure.
select.
There's a lot of uptight people in the United
it's
States.
an
man.
option. It's an option.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Well, I'll send it to Mr. Cook. TimCook@me.com. I assume. I only assume that's his
brilliant.
email. I don't know that's the case.
Awesome.
But what else do you have to offer? I know you have a ton of notes.
Well, I'm just regurgitating the notes from last week, actually. Sorry, I didn't have...
Regurgitate!
Actually.
Okay, well, I have a question for you. How about that? I'll give you a question. All right. At some point recently, Mr. Merrick D kind of laid out a personal factoid about himself. Factoid. I got to integrate that.
I'm worried now.
And yeah, you should be worried. No. It's not that bad. And yeah, I want to turn it into a how-to instructional piece. Maybe we could do a little video, a little how-to video. We could stick it on the things. It has to do with your former life as a bartender where you specialized in tying cherry stems into knots with the tongue.
Oh,
This is for the ladies.
oh, dude, it's like the initiation you need to do as a bartender. You have to know how to tie knots in cherry stems.
Could
as a
you teach
cocktail
it, though?
bartender.
I mean, could you do a little video and be like, hey, step 1.
That would be pretty gross, but yeah, I could do it.
Yeah, we should
like
try.
a close-up of my tongue.
Yeah, like a camera inside your mouth, lights through the cheeks.
Tell you what, I could teach the theory.
There
so
you
I
go.
could maybe draw it on a whiteboard.
Yeah, theory and then practicum.
The physics. You know, there's a lot
Whatever.
involved. I mean, you need to work. You know, you've got to work the muscles correctly.
Got to work the mouth, I thought you were going to say. That's pretty good.
It's like learning a language. You know, when you learn a language, you've got to use the certain muscles in your tongue and the jaw.
Oh, Sawadee Kap.
Exactly. It's very similar. So it's just a party trick. It's a party trick behind a bar.
I know it's a party trick, but it's supposed to make the ladies interested.
It's great. I mean, and you place bets.
Oh,
You know, so
like speed
Do you
tying?
think I could? Do you think I could tie this?
You think I could do this?
Yeah. It's brilliant, dude. It's brilliant. Yeah, ladies loved it.
Ladies love it.
Get extra tips. You know, it's just
Exactly.
all sorts of tricks.
Ladies love the MG.
I thought you were going to ask me to like pour you a martini or something. That's pretty easy.
To pour me a martini?
Martini is probably the most difficult cocktail to make. You know that? A dry martini. It's very complicated to get the balance right and the right temperature and the garnish. Yeah.
And the vermouth. You just the dry vermouth. You just wave the bottle, the open bottle, above the gin.
Super dry.
You just wave it in its general direction.
I do miss those days.
That's all I know.
I do miss bartending.
Yeah?
I mean, but
Hey.
I've also had some intense experiences. behind
Club
the bar.
1880. You'll be the guest bartender. Not the full time, but you can kind of jump in behind the bar and be like, check this out. Look at the stem. Give me the tips.
Yeah, I miss those days. In fact, I
me
got
the
put
tips.
through university by being a
By
bartender.
tying stems.
I paid by tying stems.
Tying stems. Tying cherry
Tying
stems.
stems paid for my rent, people.
Awesome.
So don't judge me.
It's like a movie plot line
Didn't
right there.
Tom Cruise make a movie like that already?
Oh,
What's
I
the name of that
avoid all
movie?
Tom Cruise films as a rule, as a general rule.
He's an interesting character.
Scientologist.
Do you think it's all a marketing thing, or like his? Or do
No,
you
I
think it's
he's
publicist?
part nuts.
He's part nuts. Yeah.
Well, he's just so rich and famous, and like he's living in his own world for so long. I mean, he
Yeah.
had success at such a young age.
yeah.
You know, he acts. I mean, the way he acts is in a way that you or I could never understand.
Yeah.
Because he's in his own goddamn world.
But eccentric. But
Eccentric.
I also heard Will Smith is a Scientologist. You know that?
I didn't know that.
We'll have
but
to double
I don't-
confirm that.
I don't doubt anything at this point. Will Smith.
So why is he not weird?
Will Smith. You mean of former
Fresh Prince of
Fresh
Bel-Air?
Prince fame? It's all it's all about the Fresh Prince for you, man. I know what you were
it's
watching when you were a
great
kid.
show. Man, that was a great
Fresh
show.
Prince of Bel-Air.
Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, it was a great show. Loved it.
Bringing it back.
And who was the guy? Not Urkel. Who was the guy who did the...
Yeah. Oh, the geeky. They have the geek black character who's smart.
but
and-
could dance. It was like a
Oh.
geek dance, but it was a cool dance.
Yeah, he still had the moves. Had a geek rhythm. The geek rhythm. I've never put those two
brilliant.
words together before.
Yeah, I could do a little...
But I could see it, man. Club 1880 at the big event.
Yeah.
I'm the MC. Merrick D goes behind the bar. Check this out. Boom, 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 boom. Then he making the world's best martini. I want to try it, by the way.
Yeah. You need very good gin or vodka. That's the secret sauce.
What would you recommend? Give me a brand
A good
or two.
gin. I mean, Hendrix is pretty good.
Not a
Hendrix
sponsor.
is very, very good. Yeah.
Hendrix.
And there's a new one,
I like
Monkey 47.
Monkey 47, you got me a bottle.
Did you
for my
try
birthday.
it? I just heard
It's
about
sealed
it.
still. I'm
Still
saving,
sealed.
I'm saving for the right occasion.
Apparently it's incredible. It's actually made from...
Monkeys. 47 monkeys. It says it on the label.
But it's 47 botanicals or something from the Black Forest in Germany. It's
Schwarzwald.
It's a German gin.
Oh, natürlich.
I
The
think-
Schwarzwald Gin. Sorry.
Apparently it's really good. But what you want is a very crisp gin. You can't have a very floral gin in a martini. It'll be too much.
A crisp gin versus a floral gin.
Yeah. So you can't do you could do a Bombay Sapphire-ish one, but it's too floral. Bombay Sapphire is a
So
gin
floral,
is
too
floral.
flowery?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah.
Floral?
Floral, yeah.
So you want it crisp without the flowery
Yeah.
overtones.
Yeah. And you've got to do it with a slice. I mean, you could do it with an olive, but that's just so bad. Just like a slice of lemon. Like a really, just
Wow,
like a
you're
little...
really getting... This is really good.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh, we got to do a how-to video because you're
Yeah.
obviously passionate about this.
Extremely. Love it.
I mean...
That's one of my favorites.
I haven't seen you so happy in months. Talking about gin.
I got a problem?
The alcoholic, the inner alky is coming out. Right? To say, yes, 47, Monkey 47. Not a sponsor. Not yet.
Oh, brilliant.
But cool, man.
Classic.
Well, I could go for one now. Maybe this
I could do
after
one,
a
huh?
recording session, we may have to.
I can't.
Oh, yeah,
This week's been too heavy.
Oh yeah, you've got a detox.
And we had a great yoga session this morning. I think it saved my life. Banu saved my life. He took one look at me as I came into the reception and he went, I know what I need to do
He
with you.
nodded knowingly. I saw it.
He did, huh?
Yeah.
He basically, Pauline got a bit irritated about this.
Doesn't take much.
Pauline thinks that the entire session,
The hardest part of the session.
1 hour and 15 minutes, because, I mean, everything was upside down. Like we were doing handstands, our head was on the floor, like it was constantly
is the yoga update.
head down, head down, head down.
Keep your head down.
And then after, I think it was after 20 minutes, what did Manu say? Oh, you feel better now? Did we delete all that?
Wash your brain.
Did you wash your brain?
Brainwash.
It was just like,
He
what?
brainwashed us.
Brainwashed us.
In a good way, though. In the
Yeah.
best possible way.
Yeah.
It just
It
made
was
that
great.
connection.
But it was true, actually.
Yeah, he did the hard part for you. Because you were looking rough. And sounding rough. But you know what? I needed it too, so
was
I
good.
welcomed it.
Yeah, it was
whereas
good.
my lovely wife Pauline started calling you all kinds of nasty names like bastard, and she like in the middle class she's turning to me like, "Oh, Merrick, I'm never taking a class with him again." Oh, seriously, and I'm smiling. I don't care. That's funny to me.
No, he didn't do it for us. I mean,
No, he did it for you.
no.
No, he did. He did.
Come on, why would he do that?
Because he does it sometimes. If he finds one person, especially a new student
Who's struggling.
who needs a little something, maybe
Okay.
they're tired or they're out or maybe they're, they have so much alcohol in their system that they're like feeling like an old man. And he'll just come in there and make you do something crazy for 5 minutes. Like your heart rate is pumping, pump,
Yeah.
pump, 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 pump.
Yeah.
But hey, I needed it too. So I don't care.
It was a great session.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy. It was crazy, but it was good.
What else we got there?
Well, I made bone broth this week. It's the new coffee,
Really?
don't you know?
Like 3 days of boiling and
I only did a day, 24 hours of simmering.
you got to take off all the stuff. Isn't
You're
it?
supposed to clear up the scum, but I just filtered the whole thing at the end. I didn't do it throughout. I kind of just let it simmer, add water, keep the bone submerged. I'm a cook. And then I, at the end, just filtered the whole batch.
Amazing. Apparently
And-
it's really good for you.
It's super good for you because you have to be careful of the bones. You have to get, ideally grass-fed bones.
Yeah.
Pastured,
Yeah.
raised. Because I'm a nutritional kind of guy, which is a whole nother section we could talk about. I have some notes here. Oh yeah, my body's a temple. That's in my notes. That just triggers everything else. My body's a temple.
I'm working on it as well. Mine's more like a pile of rubble.
Cesspool. A pile of rubble.
That still needs to be built up.
Reconstructed. Yeah, it's like after an earthquake. But it's
It
really
used
good.
to be a temple, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it used to be. But yeah, we
Just
had
keep that in mind. Keep the temple.
we had an earthquake situation.
Yeah. But no, it's really good. Bone broth from quality bones. It's something. It's only the second time I've ever done it, but I'm trying to make a habit for the health benefits and the taste. I made it very rich, and I claim that it's the new coffee. So
Really?
I claim it,
Better than
so you could drink it as a little pick me up in the afternoon
Really?
without caffeine, and it really energizes you.
better than a bulletproof coffee?
Different than a bulletproof coffee. Different. But it's when you look into it and read up on it, there's a lot of good stuff. But it's got to be
what's in
from
it?
good
What's
bones.
in it then? Is it iron, magnesium, calcium?
Yeah, keep going.
Iron, magnesium, calcium. There's no protein in bones.
Well, yeah, there's going to be some
Zinc?
proteins, but a ton of minerals.
Wow, interesting.
And
And then you just add a bit of
a lot
pepper.
of collagen, too.
Really?
Collagen. You know what collagen is?
Yes, for the skin.
Yeah,
Keep
it's
you
the
youthful.
building block of the skin and actually of all cells. The outer portion of a cell is made of lipids, and collagen is a really high quality lipid that is also a very elastic lipid, so it makes for healthy, flexible, bouncy skin. I'm bouncing my skin right now. When we go video, I'm doing this. I'm going to bounce my skin.
Actually,
Anyway.
for all of our Singaporean listeners, they must be loving this because there's some good bone broth stores in Singapore,
They're
like
starting
shops.
to open up here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some good ones in New York, and it becomes kind of a scene and a thing, and
Yeah.
it's expensive, but you can make it yourself, and that's what I'm doing. And
Sweet.
I'm trying to make more of a habit of it for the health and the tastiness.
Homemade bone broth.
Homemade bone broth.
Nice.
So the place for 24 hours smelled delicious. It smelled delicious. Pauline walks in, goes like, "Oh, it smells good."
Nice. And now you store it? You just store it in the fridge?
I just put it in the fridge.
Really?
Yeah.
And just heat it up when you need to?
Heat it up when you need it. I made a small batch this time around because I was just tweaking my recipe, which I may post
starving.
online, but not yet. Speaking of recipes, I'm kind of hungry.
I'm starving.
You're starving. Where's my chia bar? I'm not going to eat that on the mic because it makes a lot of noises like this. I'm not going to do that. We should wrap this stuff up.
I think we should, eh?
Yeah, man. It's been a good show.
It has been.
I'm excited.
So am I.
It makes two of us. That chia bar sticks to the roof of your mouth. Jesus. It's delicious, though.
All right. So when's the next? Oh, actually, I think the next one's going to be a field trip.
We may be doing a field trip in Los Angeles. That's the plan. If we don't record before then.
So that's going to be the next trip. I'm looking forward to Los Angeles.
In June. Yeah, man.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be excellent.
You're also going to East Coast.
Yeah, I gotta visit the parents.
parental
units. I have to visit them because I won't be making it back over Christmas, New Year's. But that's a personal thing people don't care about. Or do you? You could write in and tell us. You could write in on our Facebook page at Double Confirm Show.
On Twitter and Instagram. At Double Confirm Show. Twitter's a shorter one.
Different. Yeah. DBL Confirm Show, because they have such limitations. They're very stingy with the characters over there at Twitter, you know. God damn them. Anyway, what else? You could write in, email at doubleconfirmshow@gmail.com. We love Gmail. Not a sponsor.
Thanks, guys. It's been a great show. We're looking forward to this. This one will go up quickly,
It's been a great show. I love the way we claim it's a great show.
I think it will be a great show. We need to claim it.
It's a great show. And with that, I bid you adieu.
Ciao.
Ciao, bella.